Gitopper, name Gitopper, watch a Git repository, pull changes, and reload the server process. Synopsis, Gitopper option, C, config description. Gitopper is Gitops for non-Kubernetes folks. It watches a remote Git repo, pulls changes, and hup the server service process. A sparse but with full history Git checkout will be done, so each service will only see the files it will actually need. Several bind mounts are then set up to give the service access to the files in Git. If the target directories don't exist, they will be created, with the current user if specified. This tool does little more than just pull the repo, but the little it brings to the table allows for a GitOps workflow without resorting to Kubernetes-like environments. The Git repository that you are using to provision the services must have at least one subdirectory for each service. Gitopper will install packages if told to do so. It will not upgrade or downgrade them, assuming there is a better way of doing those. The remote interface of Gitopper uses SSH keys for authentication. This hopefully helps to fit in a sysadmin organization. The following features are implemented. Metrics are included, see below. They export a Git hash so a rollout can be tracked. Diff detection, possible using the metrics or Gitopper CTL. Out-of-band rollbacks, use Gitopper CTL to bypass the normal Git workflow. No client-side processing. Files are used as they are in the Git repo. Canarying, give a service a different branch to check out. The options are host strings, hosts, comma separated, to impersonate. Local hostname is always added. C, config string, config file to read, -s, SSH string, SSH address to listen on, default 2, -m, metric string, HTTP metrics address to listen on, default 222. -d, debug, enable debug logging, -r, restart, send SIGUP to ourselves when config changes. -root, require root permission, setting to false can aid in debugging, default true. Duration, default duration, between pulls, default 5 mini-0s. For bootstrapping Gitopper itself, the following options are available. U, upstream string, use this Git repo to clone and to bootstrap from NID. Directory string, directory to sparse checkout, default Gitopper. B, branch string, checkout in this branch, default main. M, -mount string, checkout into this directory. -c is relative to this directory. -p, pull update the Git repo to the newest version before starting quick start. Generate a toy SSH key. SSH keygen -t ed25519 and make it write to an IDE 2519 Gitopper file. Put the path to the public key ending in .pub in the keys fields of global of the following config toml file. Start as root, sudo /gitopper -c config toml -h localhost, upstream equals /github.com/miekg/gitopper-config, branch equals main /gitopper, keys, path equal keys ID 25519 godpub row true, services, machine equals localhost, service equals Prometheus, user equals Prometheus, package equals Prometheus, action equals reload, dir local /Prometheus, link Prometheus/etc, and things should work then, i.e., in/eat/Prometheus, you should see the content of the miekg/Gitoper config repository. Note that the Prometheus package is installed because package is mentioned in the config file. The checked out Git repo in /tng Prometheus should only contain the Prometheus directory thanks to the sparse checkout. Changes made to any other subdirectory in that repo do not trigger a Prometheus reload. Then with Gitopper CTL8, you can query the server /gitopper-i path to your key list service at localhost. Service hash state info change 0 Prometheus 66EB56. Okay, Fry 18th Nov 2022 to 9/4 UTC. Services, a service can be in 5 states. Okay, freeze, rollback, which is a freeze to a previous commit, and broken diff. These states are not carried over when Gitopper crashes.